This year's K2 season is unfolding without twists. Austrian climber Willem Stindl was a member of Fortenbach Adventures team that turned around near the bottleneck yesterday.
We arrived in country on Wednesday afternoon. There, we meet a guide. He told us that the conditions are really tough and he quit because he was afraid of avalanches. But he also told us that the Sherpas will continue to fix the rope till the summit.
Like many other climbers, Stindl and Jelu Sherpa supporting him decided to give the mountain a try but avoided getting to the frontline climbers. Here is a Stindl account of events.
At 2 in the morning, we passed the location of Camp 4 and walked on until the beginning of the bottleneck. We stopped to wait for the rest of the team, and while we waited, I saw one of the 2 avalanches that took place that night. It nearly hit all the people in the bottleneck, but luckily missed them by some meters. We decided to wait and have a look at what the people in the bottleneck would do. Some turned around and went back, but most stayed in line and waited. There was a traffic jam at the traverse below the Serac. They didn't walk a meter for at least 2 hours. In front of them, the rope fixing team was struggling and didn't move forward. We didn't want to stay in line in the bottleneck for hours, so we decided to turn back. After, we were told that an avalanche killed a Pakistan port in the traverse, so I guess this must have been the reason for the traffic jam. For me, it's unbelievable that people just step over a dead guy hanging there.
Migmaji mentioned that Mohammed Hassan of Pakistan didn't die in an avalanche as previously thought, but from a fall. Hassan fell and hit a rock. Migmaji also shared his thoughts about the report of avalanches on the road. There were no avalanches, Migmaji ensured. What the climbers saw and thought were avalanches was actually fresh snow drifting down small colors carried by the wind and falling like water. If there had been avalanches, the Sherpa would have continued. For some, this year's K2 was yet another waste of money and effort. For climber Sergi Bongolom, the ascent ended at Camp 3. He didn't like the conditions and turning around, knowing that he might not get another chance to face the mountain he hasn't tamed so many times during his career. K2 wins 5-0. He said before turning around and heading back to camp. Meanwhile, Norwegian Kristin Harila and Tenjen Lama Sherpa may or may not write a page of mountaineering history, but they will definitely occupy the first line in a number of statistical tables. Harila and Sherpa, who climb in a client-guide relationship, take the summit of 14 mountains in the world over 8,200 meters in just over 3 months. In doing so, they beat the previous fastest time of Nimral Purja. But there was no shortage of controversy. The world of those who follow this specialty has split in two, who hate and who respect these records, because the climbs are all prepared with mechanical and human means, from the Sherpas to the helicopters, up to the fixed ropes, leaving very little to the mountaineering spirit. What is certain is that climbing 48,200 in just 3 months remains a respectable undertaking, especially if it's a woman doing it. And what do you think? It's better to climb a 4,200 solo or with a friend, or an 8,200 with helicopters and team that preparing the way? Write it in the comments and see you in the next video.